What's going on, guys? Jared here, JC's Lawn Tips. Today we're shooting a full review for you guys on the Bobcat ProCat 6000MX. I'm going to walk around this machine, show you some of its main features and benefits, and then we're going to take it out in the field and we're going to do some mowing, short grass, tall grass, everything that you've seen in all my other review videos, and put this mower to the test. Alrighty, so here we have it, guys. We got the 61-inch deck. We got 4 anti-scalp rollers on the front, bullnose bumper for the deck. On the side here, you got a rubber discharge chute. This one folds up like so. It is not flexible, and that is something that we'd like to see because it does not have any give. That's one thing I think that could be improved on this machine, is having a little bit more flexible discharge chute. The nice thing about it is it kind of stays whatever position you want, which is pretty cool. Going around the side here, I got the deck lift system. Great system here. You can see this pin is awesome. It kind of latches right around how it should, and then it pulls out, and it's also attached with a cable right here, so you really can never lose it, which is awesome. As far as lifting the deck up, you have 2 options. You have your handle right here, which is a great feature. I love the angle. It's very ergonomic, easy to get at for the operator. You also have this clip, which you need to push up on to let this latch loose. That's a little bit awkward. I think something could be a little bit more improved to make this look a little nicer and a little bit smoother. Of course, you have the foot pedal. This is an awesome foot pedal. It's fully adjustable right here. The only thing I don't like about this foot pedal, okay, the only thing, see how steep of an angle that's at? And that's all the way as far forward as it will go. So your foot has to be almost flat when you hit it. Now it is toolless, you can adjust it, but like I said, that's as far forward as it'll go. That's the only thing with that, all right? But other than that, it's a great system for raising and lowering the deck. Going around the side of the machine, got some awesome looking tires on this thing. I love the black rims. Black on black is pretty sweet. So pointing out with this, the tread pattern is really kind of distinct to Bobcat. It's a more like of an aggressive tread pattern. It's designed to, you know, help have better traction on the machine, and I do think that this has helped with traction for sure. We noticed on a couple small inclines that we mow, it grips the tires better than some of the other tires that we've used. You can see you have a gas tank over here. There's also one on the other side too. So you have a full capacity of 15 gallons, which is awesome. Then you got the choke right there on the right, the throttle, the PTO, the key, and the hour meter is right here, as well as a gas gauge. So, and the gas gauge is pretty accurate too, which is great. You have your rollover protection system, and it's also got a different pin setting. You have a bagger, kind of sits on an angle there. Otherwise it goes down on an angle. Got the Kawasaki FX 850D. This is a 27 horsepower engine. Plenty of horsepower for this machine, as well as the Hydro Gear ZT 4400 transaxles. Gives it plenty of torque for this mower. This thing can go pretty quick. While we're back here also, what I want to point out is some tie down points right here. You can pretty much use any of these though, but this one's built a little bit more for tying stuff down. Another cool feature about this mower are these right here. You have one of these on each side, but these simply spin like this. And I'll show you what's cool about this, is once you get it far enough up, whole thing will pull out, kind of move this little washer, and you can just pull back on this, and you got the whole engine compartment easily accessible, easy to get at, everything, which is a really great feature if you ever have to do work on this machine. And it can open either way, so you can have that one there, and you can open this side of it. So either one is very, very cool. This feature I've never seen before. Then right here you have a receiver. This is a 2-inch receiver, so it fits most standard trailer hitches. Now this mower is not designed to tow big trailers or anything like that, but what you can do is, you know, tow your standard attachments and stuff like that with it. But it's nice because most people have a 2-inch receiver that they can use. It's kind of a common thing, which is really nice, but you don't see a receiver like this on mowers, which is pretty cool. Going around to this side of the machine here, you can see we have same sort of fender design. And going off of the fender design, one thing that we noticed is it's a little bit bulky. Right here where it goes up kind of causes a little bit of a blind spot right here. You kind of have to look over when you're using the mower. No big deal, but it's just one little thing that this little slope up right here is kind of a little bit, makes it bulky. But overall the design is pretty cool. I like how this is integrated right there. Here's your another gas gauge right there. You have a 12 volt power supply right there for charging your phone and things like that. Awesome feature, as well as the cup holder. That is a great feature. On the other side of it here, you can see you have a fuel switch. That is something that we absolutely love. You don't have to get off the mower or anything like that to switch fuel. You can just simply reach right next to you and it's done. Right here we have the seat. This is a suspension seat where you dial in your weight. The seat itself is pretty comfortable. I like the seat. It's not bad. The thing I hate about the seat is the armrests. Armrests are bad on this seat. You can see they slope down. You're like, oh, they just sloped down here. No, the whole thing is sloped down. It's hard to tell. There, you might be see a little bit. But for it to be flat, it would have to be about right there. All right, so you can see the difference, right? And now I can do that, but it still tends to fall down with the weight of your arms and stuff like that. You could probably tighten it up, but it's just one little thing that I think could be improved. Right over here, we have the almond-shaped handle grips. This is something exclusive to Bobcat. You can kind of see the shape like that. Now, I personally love the feel of it. But one thing that I don't like and my guys didn't like about it is it's like a hard rubber or hard plastic, so if you're using it for a long time, it kind of gets uncomfortable. I like something that has a little bit of cushion to it. You don't need, you know, memory foam on here, but something that like you can just kind of squeeze a little bit easier. This just has no give to it. It's just solid. But overall, I like the shape of it, but if it had a little bit more of something that, you know, like to wrap it in, makes it a little bit more comfortable and easier on the operator. Right here you have your parking brake. This is one thing we do not like at all. This parking brake is way too small, way too awkward. When you're sitting, like, here's my hand. I mean, this is like 3 fingers wide, you know, and it's really weird. You can see you got the switch right there for, you know, operator presence and stuff. But this is just really, it's just awkward, I think. I think a bigger handle would be nice, you know, something that you can easily get at, or just a different placement of it, maybe something, because it's weird, because especially when you have the arm in, I mean, you kind of reach around it to get at it, you know, but you're supposed to have this out before you hit the parking brake, so I guess that would make sense. But still, at the same time, this is really close to that too. I mean, look at how close that is. So that's one thing that we think could be improved on this machine. On the side of the mower, while we're over here, I want to show you this. This is something that's pretty cool. I like this guard, but I don't like the placement of it. I think it should be lower, because most of the deck's scratched down here, because you can see it sticks out a little bit farther. These are going to be the first areas to scratch rather than this. So I mean, this isn't bad, but they should put another one here or lower this down, so you have, you know, more of an area to cover if they're trying to prevent scratches and scuffs. Awesome thing that we like are these grip tape right here. You can actually feel a difference when getting on the machine with this grip tape. It actually gives it a lot of traction, because this is, you know, this metal is just a little bit slippery. This is, you know, it has plenty of traction, things like that. Another cool feature we got here is if you loosen this deck, if you loosen this nut right here all the way off, this deck cover pops off like this. You can easily get at underneath here and, you know, get all this built up grass. This is literally like a week or 2 of cutting. That's why I recommend cleaning this stuff out, guys, so you don't, you know, catch your mower on fire or something like that. Now, it would take a lot of grass to do that, but it's one thing that you want to keep clean, and it's easy enough with a system like this to pop these covers, latches in right there, right? And then you just put your screw through right there. It's that easy, and then all you have to do is just put this back on. It's threaded, and just spin it back on like such, and you are absolutely done. Isn't that nice and easy? So now, another thing you notice, if I take this long piece of grass out here, we're cutting some tall grass with this thing. Chain links, great system. I kind of like this because it's easily adjustable. If you need to, if the deck gets out of pitch or something like that, all you do is you loosen this up. You can adjust it. You see these notches right here, and you can line them up with the front ones too, right there. So both of these would have to be at the same height for a level, you know, cutting. But I think that's a great design by Bobcat with that one for sure. Got tie down points right here. That's pretty nice for the front. I do like the black on green for the casters. I think that's pretty cool. One thing we have here are grease points. That's one thing I'm not too fond of. A lot of mowers are sealed in the front here, but some of them do require that you grease them regularly, you know, like annually or whatever. So I guess it is a good feature, but it's one more thing you have to maintain with this machine. One thing I noticed too with this mower is the paint. Now, full disclosure, this mower is not mine, it's a demo. Most of you guys know that. But I don't know what was used with this before, so I didn't get it with, you know, perfect paint. There are some scratches and stuff, as you can see when I got it. I don't care about that, but I'm starting to wonder, why is this paint flaking? When we have our mower strapped down, we strap it down over these forks here, but it's farther back a little bit in the trailer, so they kind of tend to go towards the front more, so they're not touching this. But I've noticed that like this seems to like flake off a little bit, and I don't know, it's just a minor thing that maybe happened earlier or something like that, but overall the rest of the paint is all in good shape. So maybe it's just that little area, or how it was applied, or how it was used beforehand, but that's just me being a little picky again. Another thing we like about this is this whole platform folds up right here. So you can see you got a handle. This whole thing folds up. You can easily get at whatever you need to under here. All your belts, you can blow this out and wash it, whatever you got to do to keep it clean. But you can easily take your belts off. You're not trying to, you know, fit tools up underneath here with your hands using that much space. You have full space, full access to everything, just like you do in the back. So that's another great feature about this, is being able to, you know, kind of do things yourself or get at things easier. So this can close. And then you can also adjust your handles right here. So right here you can, you know, slower, it's not like a slower, faster, but it kind of keeps it like the tracking adjustment. So that's pretty nice. So we got the seat folded up. I wanted to show you guys up underneath here real quick. You have your battery right there. You have your hydro fans underneath those guards there. Right over here, right there is your fuse panel. That's where you're gonna go for any electrical issues with the machine. Other than that, everything is pretty enclosed with this mower. Not really a lot like out in the open or anything like that. Everything's kind of encased, which is pretty cool. Keeps it like a cleaner, sleeker look. I do like that it has this cable to hold the seat from, you know, falling too far forward. Best part is too, this is just awesome, great feature, having your operator's manual on board. Now I have seen some guys, you know, this, not in this mower particular, there's a couple other brands that do this and their manual gets wet or something like that, but the way I look at it is if you have this on your mower, let's say you have a guy out mowing for you, you run into an issue and you don't know what it is, you can say, hey, under the seat there's the manual, look under the troubleshooting section, you know, something like that. Everything's right there. Or when you're working on it and you need to know, let's say like oil capacity or something like that, you're not running into your house or going through a file folder trying to find the manual for your Bobcat mower. It's right there. So a cool little feature that, you know, keeps it on board and everything. Not a bad idea at all. All right guys, so as you can see behind me, we have some super tall grass. Just to put it into perspective here, this right here has been normally cut, and that right there hasn't been cut all year. Now I'm not gonna cut the whole area, but I'm gonna cut a little bit of it just to see how well this machine handles long, tall, thick grass. And this is probably 3 feet tall. It's almost waist high for me in some spots. Like, I mean, this one right here. Look at that, man. It's crazy, so check it out. told you guys we were putting this mower to the test. Check this out. It's pretty good. Look at this. This is how tall this stuff is. Man. Definitely not designed for this, but I wanted to see if it could handle it, and look what this thing did. Cut this whole area pretty well for the first pass. I'd say probably 2 passes and it'll be a clean cut on something that's 3 feet tall. You can't, that's a pretty good cut. That's a pretty good cut. Sure, who wouldn't want 1 pass, but it's not practical for something that's that thick. 2, 3, yeah, maybe even 4 for that exact clean cut with no clumps. I went kind of back and forth here, blew those clumps that way. But so if you get that customer that likes to wait 6 months before they want their grass cut, maybe you can get this mower. Now let's talk about cut quality on this machine. We cut this area here. Sorry, my stripes are not the best because I haven't figured out the widths on this mower quite yet. But you can see it gets a little bit crooked at the end there. But what we're paying attention to is cut quality and stripe. So as you can see here, that area over there has not been cut. This area is, and see how clean the cut that is compared to over here where it has not been cut. It's a pretty clean cut. See the long stuff over there. A little bit hard to tell on the camera, easier to tell in person. But stripes are definitely there for sure. No doubt about that. And it's a little bit later right now in the day, so there's not as much sunlight out as you can see. So the stripes aren't gonna pop quite as much. But cut quality wise, guys, we're there. I think it's a good cutting mower for sure. I've seen better stripes, but like I said, the sunlight would definitely help with this one. But overall, guys, cut quality is pretty good on this machine. So right now we're gonna test the Hillside capabilities of this machine. As you can see, this is a very slight incline. I don't know what it is in like degrees or anything like that, but this is the only thing I can test on right now. So I thought I'd show you guys this, but this mower can definitely hold a hill. I've put it on steeper than this. Nothing too crazy, but I haven't seen any loss of traction with the way those tires are designed and everything, and the balance of the mower. It's pretty good. So I think for hills, you'll be completely fine with this machine. Alright guys, that was the full review of the Bobcat ProCat 6000MX. So if you guys like that video, be sure to hit the like button down below, as well as leave a comment if I can help answer any questions. Please let me know. And if you really like what you're seeing, be sure to hit that subscribe button because there's plenty more videos coming out for you guys. And if you have any video ideas, something you want to see more of, let me know down below too, and I'd be happy to, you know, post some videos for you guys of what you'd like to see. But thank you to Bobcat again for allowing me to demo this mower and shoot a review video of it. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe.